Daniel, it's been a lot of draws in a row. While it is positive that you guys are getting points, is it a bit frustrating? And what's it like in the locker room right now after each of these games as the draws keep happening?
Yeah, it's definitely deflating to keep getting draws, even though I think we can win these games and get 3 points. But it's all about the mentality to just keep pushing and keep going. I think the performances have been really good, and we just, have to find a way to not concede. Take a game like the Philly game or Nashville, it's 0-0, but we don't concede, and it's just worrying about how can we finish those chances instead of worrying about how to not give up goals or set pieces. But I think we're just going to keep fighting, keep going. The boys are still standing strong together. It is a point, it's not a loss, but we want to fight for 3 points.
You've been developing a really good relationship with Don Core. How difficult is it when you spend a good chunk of the season with one guy, Frankie Amaya previously, especially maybe when there is a bit of a language barrier? How difficult is it to kind of speak through that soccer language?
Yeah, Ronnie's definitely been great for us so far, and he's come and done really well, having really not much experience with the team and stuff. I think he's definitely was learning from me and Frankie throughout the year, and was taking note to what is required of him at the sixth position. And I think for me it's another responsibility just to help him get through games, talk to him, just help him work on what different tendencies that I have, what he likes, and that's all off the field stuff that can be taken care of. And then it's just kind of letting him do his thing on the field, and there shouldn't be that much pressure, play free. Sandro's been good at that as well, bringing him in, and yeah, I think we just got to keep it going, me and him.
There's some similarities. You came through that 2-team system. You had some people that, Sean Davis and a lot of those other people before that helped kind of get you there. What did you learn from them that you're trying to pass down to, Don Core and also some of the other players that are sitting on the bench for the 2-team?
Yeah, I think just especially in the style of play, the foundation for the six especially is just energy and just constantly being active every play, not taking any plays off, and just being mentally there and focused all the time. I think that was something Sean Davis was really good at. I'm still, I learned so much from Frankie and Christian Costros as well. I mean, Frankie's someone that's always trying to hold you to the highest standard and always wants the best out of you. So definitely now being the more experienced player in midfield right now, I think that's something I'm trying to show Ronnie. Bento's been training with us, and he's made some big steps in the past weeks with training. And yeah, I think that's just a key that I was able to learn from those guys before, and now I want to pass on down that knowledge.
Cincy is going to be missing a few key players. Obviously, Miles Robinson gone to the Olympics. Powell's out. We're still not sure about Acosta. How does that change your preparation for the game at all, or does nothing change?
Yeah, I don't think much changes. Cincy, we want to try and beat them again, second time this season. Definitely have a history with them, and there's key players on all fronts of their team that we just need to be aware of. The guy Orlano as well has been a good player from this year, and we know it's going to be a physical game, just like the rivalry games that we have. And yeah, hopefully we can get 3 points, because these draws are definitely disappointing, and we owe it to ourselves to get 3 points, and the fans and everyone, and I think the performances are warranting that. We just need to play for 95 minutes and just do what we've been doing all year.
Cool, thanks. Coach, Cincinnati is going to be missing quite a few players for this game that we know of, some that are still questionable. Obviously, Sean will be out for this game as well. How does that change your game plan going into the game on Saturday, or does it at all?
No, nothing changed about our game plan. It's very clear how we want to play, and this is what we have to show against a very good team. Cincinnati, especially on the road, they have very good numbers with the results there. So nothing changed. So we want to play with the highest intensity. This is what we need. Depends on our structure, but this is necessary in our defending, to be very aggressive, to be serious, a very good communication. That's the key, and I missed this in the last game, to be honest. And this is what we need against a top team like Cincinnati, a very good communication to organize difficult moments of the game. And yeah, and then I'm sure we are able to play with a very good performance.
So Dante Van Deer's numbers, statistics haven't been great this year. There's been a lot of work done, and you mentioned before just trying to get him in the right space. Is this something that at this point is mental with him and just trying to work him through it, or is there something else that just isn't clicking?
Yeah, when we see him, he's in the training. He's working so hard for the club, for the whole team, and he had the chances. That's also the part of the story. Some chances in every game, and for sure. And on the other side, it's also the true with the numbers. But we have to decide for tomorrow for sure. It was a midweek game now. How we handle it, but at the end he had the chances, and we believe that he's also able to score, and he has the quality.
Yeah, we're gonna try to ask this next question a little bit differently because it comes across the same way about the draws that have been happening so often. Yeah. Is it something that you can take for a positive that this team hasn't been giving up these games?
It's to be honest, I can understand this question. With these a lot of draws, it's also you can see both sides for sure. On the one side is, and we are also we criticize for ourselves as well in some moments. That we lose so easily sometimes the 2 points, especially when you see the last 2 home games, DC United and the last game against Montreal, and for sure we are not satisfied. But on the other side, it's also not so easy to win against us. It gives us also for us the confidence and the self-confidence which we need, and now it's the next opportunity. It's a big game for me tomorrow. To end the second period of the game before we have the break now in the season, and then we start the Leagues Cup. And for me, it's a very important game now. Not only the result, only for our feeling, for our supporters. We need all supporters tomorrow in our stadium with the whole energy, and we want to show this as well with the whole energy, and to give a very good performance, not only for us as a team, also for our supporters.
Next, we go to Dan on Zoom.
Good afternoon, Sandro. Hope you're well. Just to talk about Coronel, he's done well in goal for you guys for these last several matches, since also coming back from the Copa America. Are you concerned whenever he sits on the pitch, he's always tapping his shoulder? Is there concern about his shoulder that you should be worried about? Hopefully he doesn't have a very bad injury.
Yeah. Sometimes we are worried about that, but at the end, everything is positive, and hopefully tomorrow as well. But his performance is great in the last game, especially after he came back from the Copa America with this experience. He had great saves in the game, which we need, and so it's a great person in the locker room to lead the team with Ryan Mara together from the goalkeeper side, and we need him tomorrow for sure against a good team.
Next, go to Voss on Zoom.
How's it going, Coach? Best of luck this Saturday.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just wanted to ask you on, my apologies, just on the closeness of the middle of the pack within MLS right now, between 7th place and your side, only 3 points separate from each other. Is that going to affect how you approach this game at all? I know your side's come out aggressive and they like to try to get those goals early, but will it maybe change the approach?
No. It doesn't change. For me, it doesn't change our preparation. It doesn't change our pre-match meeting. It doesn't change our match plan. So we know the table, we know the points also. So, but I think when someone said before the season that we are in this situation now, in this position after 24 games, I'm sure everyone would sign the paper. And now we have the situation, and it's clear the situation. This is MLS. It's every game is very difficult to win, and also with our draws at the end. And but it's very close, everything, and it's good. It's good for the competition. It's good for us, and for sure now we will want to end the second period. What I said with 3 points tomorrow in our stadium.
Go to Anthony.
Coach, Ronald Doncourt really seems to be putting a stake in that position at this point in the middle of the field. Are you surprised with how quickly he's been able to adapt and take that role, and also how important it is that the two team is able to step into some of these roles as needed?
Yeah, we are not surprised because this is the way how we works together. Not only the first team, so first of all to select these people for our development, and then that they made here the first steps then with the second team, and then to join our training session with the first team. And it's a very good example, how we want to develop the players, and especially then with our philosophy. And so it's good to see him in such a spot, and hopefully he's able to play. It's a question now because of his injury in the last game, and we will see. We have to check this today, and hopefully he can play tomorrow.
Next, we go to Dan on Zoom.
Obviously, you went to Cincinnati earlier this year and you took the 2-1 result at their place. What changes are you expecting they're going to probably throw at you, even though Patton will be suspended for this one?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's also very clear how they want to play, and they played the whole time with these 3 center backs and 2-6 position, and in the attacking line they change sometimes the position with 2 strikers, 1-10. It depends on the position of Acosta. Then they have offensive wing backs, so I think from their principles nothing changed, but they have high quality, and they got a lot of good results the last months, and they know how you can win games in this league. And now they had, especially after the Miami game, some unlucky moments in these 2 games, home games. I think it was home games, Charlotte, and the last game against Chicago. Yeah. So it's very good. It's a very good team, and with clear principles, clear idea.
Everyone, we have time for 2 more questions with Coach. First, we go to Voss on Zoom.
Thank you again, Coach, for the time. This one's going to be a little easier. Just wanted to ask you on the kind of preparation that your fullbacks are going to have to make this game, with how offensive Yamil Assad and Orellano usually like to bomb upfield. And just as a second parter, we know it's Noah Isle's birthday today. Did you have any message for him?
For Noah?
Yes.
Yeah, to stay healthy. That's the most important thing in life, to be honest. But don't worry, we are talking every day. So he got the message in the morning, and I'm sure he doesn't need the message now from the press conference. So we prepare our fullbacks as well, individual of their targets, what we need, what is important in our defense behavior, especially in our box defending, because they have the wing backs on the far post, where they are very dangerous in these moments, and we showed them also some sequences in 1-against-1 situations. Yeah, this is our daily work, how we prepare our team, and not only the fullbacks.
And we'll finish up with Dan on Zoom.
I want to put a smile on your face.
Okay, great.
Are you the weather wizard? Are you the weather wizard or the rain man?
Yeah, I don't know how will be the weather on Saturday.
Good.
Good. Okay, that's good. That sounds good. Yeah.